Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're jumping down into the world of Polkadot, taking a look at the most recent price action and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, and if you were to tap the bell, select all the notifications, you wouldn't miss another video update. If you haven't joined us in Discord though, I do think you're missing a trick. You should probably check it out. Link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. Let's jump right down into today's video, kicking things off with that 1 hour time frame. So here we have Polkadot paired up with USDT. We're on the Binance 1 hour chart here, and as you can kind of see on the last video, we kind of saw rejection here as expected on the C wave high. This was basically between $3.92.8 and $3.99. We did see the rejection back down to the 50 EMA and 50 SMA. That's the yellow and red lines that you see flowing through here. That found good support and we rallied back up again. Now this next move to the upside is actually looking quite impulsive. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check where that actually looks like it's heading, and we'll see. Yeah, we hit the 1.618, so that's our impulsive trigger there. We have a free wave correction right here, so a WXY here, and then we have a diagonal ending. So this is a 5-wave count: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 with that truncated diagonal, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for the most part, that's quite an interesting move because we have the 3-wave, or at least what looks like a 3-wave structured move to the upside here, a zigzag pattern, okay, which we know can't be a wave 1. We move up here, we can see that we only barely kind of tapped up onto the 1.382, so the entire thing turns more into a WXYXZ, but we can't have a 5-wave pattern inside a WXYXZ. So I'm going to run this as an extended C-wave pattern under a flat corrective structure instead. It's the only way that I can make logical sense out of the structure here. So if we go and flow that in, what does it look like? Well, it would look like an A, B, and C structure like this. We then, of course, have a rejection to the downside here, a rejection on the high on the truncated 5th wave movement, or the C wave here. And then, of course, this move to the downside is quite interesting in itself. It does not appear to be impulsive, but does look like down here is a local low where we should actually start to see more appreciation to the upside. Let me show you why. Here we can see that we have a 3-wave move coming down to this point, and over here we also have a 3-wave move coming to the downside. Essentially this is a W, X, and Y pattern and looks pretty much complete. Now I would say typically this would be a 1-to-1, but this has fallen short of that range. You can see here it came more towards the 786 fib scale, so I'm not too concerned about that. At the moment, rejection is coming up here on the 50 SMA. We can see that most recently at 6 a.m. this morning. That is a UTC +1. So we can see that as rejection right there. Now this move upwards looks like a singular pattern. I would be looking for a move back down, probably testing that 200 EMA around $4.08 before we rally back up again. My expectations will be that we rally down, we come down towards the 200 EMA, no guarantee of that, but just a nice area of support, and then move on up. We might actually just see things kind of coming more around 411, so we'll kind of see how that kind of plays out. Good support to be found at 411.9 to $4.12, but the 200 EMA is of interest at 408. From here, we'll then look for a move upwards above the 50 SMA and above equilibrium before collapsing back down again. Ultimately, I'm still looking at this as something that has potentially topped out here, not looking for any reason to kind of think that this is looking to push on up anyways further here on the hourly chart on the shorter time frame stuff. So let's move over into the daily time frame, where we can see we had this great accumulation zone between $3.53.2 and $4.33.9, and well, it's worked out really well. We tapped down on the lower side of this on the 19th of October. So the 19th of October was our bear market low point for Polkadot, and yeah, that was a low of $3.56.2. So as you can kind of see, this previous area of support has turned back into support here. Now we are still bearish on our daily time frame from a smart money concepts point of view. That has not changed. We are above, of course, the daily 50 EMA, which is the red line, and the daily 50 SMA, that's the yellow line, but below the 200 EMA, which is the white line there. This is looking like a strong move to the upside, and it could be an indication that maybe the bottom is in, but I think it's probably a bit too soon to be too confident on that. And what we're really looking for here is a nice healthy correction downwards, and then to break our structure or get a confirmation that we are in fact in a bullish structure rather than a bearish one. Ultimately, our stochastic RSI on the daily time frame is still overbought, heading down, so we've still got a long way of correctiveness to go, in my opinion, but things are looking up for Polkadot, which is good to see. Now if I take this out towards our weekly, you can see this area of the weekly interest was actually $3.53.2 to $4.12.5. And you can kind of see this previous area of resistance that we saw, or support that we saw back in 2020, is become support back here in 2023, right? And so it's looking very, very healthy and very, very good. We still do have that price appreciation upwards to $97 to $212. You can let me know in the comments below whether you think that price prediction is a bit too optimistic or way too low. Ultimately, it had poor performance in 2021, which basically means it's potential for poor performance going further forward here. So you talk about 2,500% upwards to maybe 5,500%. So it's not going to be the best performer, but it is something that's still going to see some pretty lucrative gains. And this is only based on what we saw previously in 2021. It is possible now, considering the ecosystem is built out a lot more, that this price target gets completely smashed on through, and we have much, much more significant returns on the investment. But ultimately, I think Polkadot's done incredibly well so far. In this bear market, it has obviously pulled back to pretty nice levels and great accumulation to be had here. I still think there's a little bit more time for accumulation. I don't think it's over just yet, but it's great to see that we're kind of finding its feet at this kind of low level in the bear market. Ultimately, though, guys, I think that's going to wrap up today's video. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Until the next one, though, guys, have a fantastic day.